We've been hearing from MAGA Republicans for years talking about we need to release the Epstein files. All these Democrat liberals in Hollywood are on this list. And now all of a sudden there's this huge cover up, and you have some of the biggest Trump supporters that are actually criticizing Donald Trump. Some aren't, but some are. What do you make of this story?
I feel like people need to harp on the fact that for so long, Republicans have told us that there's this deep state that's concealing all of these horrible things from us. They're trying to do it with the Obama stuff now. They're trying to do it with the Epstein stuff now. They've been telling us this over and over again. But the problem is now that they are the deep state, and now that they're supposed to come up with evidence for stuff, they're completely empty-handed. And I think people are rightfully calling them out on it. I think they should be excoriated over this issue. I mean, they've done how many PR and publicity stunts have they done where, you had Dan Bongo Balls was on Tim Pool talking about how he had a CIA op that was telling him all this information. You had the binders that went out with all of these right-wing influencers saying this is just volume one. You had Pam Bondi making these announcements that the Southern District of New York had all of these files that they discovered, and now mysteriously they have nothing. So are we supposed to believe there never was anything and they lied about it the whole time? Is there something and they're covering it up? Like, what are we supposed to think? This is the party of QAnon, and now you're telling us there's no conspiracy,
Yeah, and what do you make of the fact that they're trying to get to Maxwell now? That's what we're learning. So here's what I think. Here's my theory. They're trying to get her to exonerate Donald Trump and to get her on the record to say, no, he's not in these files. And then maybe she would get a lesser sentence, maybe even a pardon. That's what I think they're doing. I think the only reason they want to talk to her is not because they want to get the truth out, because they're trying to cover up what, in my opinion, is Trump all over these files.
Well, if you would have asked me a year ago, I would say that the idea that there would be that type of coordination between different branches or different sections of the executive in order to concoct a conspiracy like that would be probably extraordinary and wouldn't happen. But then when you saw what happened with Eric Adams up in New York and you saw that they blatantly do this type of stuff, I absolutely wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. So if Miss Maxwell is walking the streets of New York in 2 years after we found out that actually there was absolutely nothing in any of these Epstein files and Trump was totally innocent, I don't know. It wouldn't bother me if people thought that there was another reason why that was the case.